Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Hedon! In the last episode, holy crap, several years ago, our protagonist, Zan, the half-blood, part demon, part orc heroine, had failed to stop Lotaeri, the elf warlock, from stealing the crystal discs located in the elemental temple guarded by the orcs. These discs power their kingdom, help grow the plants, and nourish various, I'm going to use a scientific term, life forms? Plant life here in the underworld, and also allow the orcs and their allies to benefit from technological advances, thanks to the energy that it produces. I don't remember why Lotaeri, this warlock, wanted the discs, but she killed a whole lot of orcs in order to get it. In fact, she kind of suckered the orcs into launching a war against the forces of hell, bringing the Iron Division orcs and their allies out of where they lived, sacking several human cult cities along the way to reach the gates of hell, where they were going to siege it and probably be victorious if they were not backstabbed by a single orc witch who helped? Yeah, I guess helped, or single-handedly was part of the reason why the Forge Elementals, these giant floating mechanical AI fireball-launching robots, betrayed the Orc Division, destroyed their supplies, and killed quite a few of them before the Orcs could get their bearings as they were sieging the gates of Hell. With those losses, Hell released a bunch of hellhounds out in the front, which wiped out the rest of them, or most of them, and then watched them starve to death as they were out of supplies. Zan herself, where are we going? Oh, I see now. Zan herself was guided out of that area, having led the assault, or at least been a part of it, by this shadowy form. I don't know if she is a ghost, or if she's actually even working with us, or just happens to be a ally of opportunity. But this creature, I can't remember the name, guided us through dark tunnels and caverns back to the orc territory. She might have also had a hand in teleporting us out of the worst of it. We then crawled back through our own territory, which had been assaulted by Lotaeri, as the orcs and the demons were busy clashing. We found that it had been also sabotaged. Several of the defenses were powered down. Many of our towns were slaughtered, and we had to retake them from the enemies. The enemies being the human cults, which were teleporting in everywhere to slaughter all the the orcs and their allies. Alright, hold on. And with that, that's good. I think as a summary is what happened in the last campaign. We'll talk a little bit more about it after we read about this and talk about the game while we're playing it. Hey everyone! Alright, so first off, what do we got here? We got a really well-designed statue, and she's looking over this magical fountain. What does the fountain say? A plaque has been crudely bolted onto the stone, covering the basin's original inscription. Rest easy, weary traveler, but drink not from this fountain, for it only nourishes those who walk the path of the initiate. We all see that the angel's holding the halo above her head. It's not really floating there. So do you guys remember this game? This is a first-person shooter in the vein, obviously that's what it is if you're watching it. It's in a similar vein to, say, Duke Nukem or Hexen. There's no regenerating life. We have to manage our health. Actually, there is, depending upon the items that we have. So we have an inventory, there's items, there's a host of different types of awesome weaponry. We have to kill everything that moves. We gotta dodge all the bullets. There's no regenerating life. Like Hexen, these are sprawling levels that require us finding several keys to unlock several doors or pull levers or what have you to interact with various things, and it's awesome. And we played the first one of this, the first campaign, about 2 or 3 years ago. And I meant to play through Bloodright, what we're doing right now. A moldy parchment rests on the cave floor. It's covered in ancient symbols that you can't quite understand. But I never got around to actually playing it. And so I'm correcting that. Today is the day we start playing through the second half of the campaign and seeing what happened to Zan and her bodacious orc allies. I've been wanting to continue some of the Let's Plays that I had started but never finished, and this is one of those. And I was also in the mood to play a first-person shooter, so this qualifies for both. And so, that's what we're doing today. For Tisms, which is to warn you guys of about things that I'll do that other people probably don't do and that you guys will probably find annoying. Sorry, we'll talk about those. You guys should know that I do have house rules when it comes to reloading weaponry. If the weapon doesn't have an animation for saving the magazines when you reload, then I assume that we're supposed to believe that we dropped all the ammo in the magazine, and I won't reload unless, and I'll wait to reload until the last bullet is out of the clip, of the magazine. Sorry. This game though doesn't actually do that. I believe there's 2 animations for the weapons. One, if we're completely out of ammo for the current magazine, and another if we're not. Yeah, the crystal we just ejected is not on the ground anywhere. So it's gonna be a bit weird. I'm allowed to reload all the guns. I do like reading everything, viewers, so you should expect me to read about all the equipment we pick up, all the items we have, we'll examine them and so on. Nothing's voiced in the game. There's like little grunts or what have you, like in a Zelda game. Or at least like how the Zelda games used to be. Otherwise, I'll say all the dialogue as it happens on screen. Yeah, our first secret, and it looks like we got a few spikes for the spike rifle. Another thing you guys should be aware of is I do like walking everywhere and taking my time and looking around, so you guys should expect me to do that. I did that a lot in the first episode. And next, this particular video here, the first one for Bloodright, our second campaign we're picking up, this will not be blind. I've done this level a few times. This is my 5th time attempting to record the game. I've been having recording issues. I know you guys don't care, but it gives you something to talk about while we swim back. Viewer, I've had visual issues with the darkness and brightness levels. I've had problems with my audio, in particular the audio. I was recording it on a different computer. I have my den, which is currently where I'm recording. Oh, this is the wrong way. And I've got the one in my bedroom, which is where I was trying to record the game, and that one was no good. The game would be randomly muffled. My microphone volume kept being reset randomly between episodes when I was trying to record it. so you couldn't hear me. Other times I was too loud. It was awful. It was no good. And one time I had some visual tearing. And I don't know why. So we are going to go ahead and just re-record the entire thing one more time. Thankfully, I've only wasted about 4 hours of my life recording this. So hopefully this 5th hour won't follow suit for the other ones. Now, with that said, what do we see on the screen? Lower left-hand corner. We have 81 charge currently in our armor necklace, or shielding amulet. The girls here don't believe in wearing heavy armor. They don't need to, because they look great and they've got shield necklaces. And that is what gives us armor in this game. So we're not picking up armor shards, we're not going to find suits of armor, we will just be finding crystals, like this one. The crystals here that we see, this is also ammunition for our energy lance, the weapon we currently have equipped. So when we pick one of those up, we both get a little bit of armor, and we get a little bit of ammo for this gun. This is a box of acid rounds for a grenade launcher, if I recall correctly. Next to the amulet down below is Zan's face, that's us. And she has 114 life. You can go over your I can't really call it maximum life, you can go over it. The life you are allowed, Zan has 100 hit points. Well, she has more, how to describe this, viewer? let's just show you. See this right here? This is a healing potion. This would heal us, I think this would heal us about 15 or 20 hit points. We are currently above 100 health, so health potions do not heal us. Food items, though, will give you a little bit of life, anywhere from like maybe 1 to 5, and those can bring you over what would normally be your maximum amount of life, which is 100. I think you can have up to 200 or 250 life. The amount of shielding we're allowed depends upon the type of shield amulet that we're wearing. Oh! Hello! I tried to stop her. Followed through the disc. We have to stop her. I'm too weak to move. Had to use all my energy, my mana, to protect the disc. I can sense her. She's close. Do something. And then she repeats. Well, this is a barrier. We had to make a specialized potion to break, a scroll to break through that in the first campaign. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do that again. So we need either to help her. She's what is she again? Crystal Curator. Or we need to find a way to break the barrier. Let's look around. Lower right-hand corner, we have our inventory. Oh, that's not gonna work. This sucks. Well, it's gotta be done, Tim. Alright, let's see. So where's my customized controls? Inventory. There we go. We have our inventory, of which we have 2 items currently. What is this? A map! A treasure map. We see a series of circles with one circle missing, some sort of semicircle on the bottom, and an image of where we're supposed to dig. We'll need a shovel for that first. We also have some health vials that will heal us 10 hit points. And it looks like there's an empty flask here, but we can't take this one. The dry thorns are too thick to be moved apart. You can take 1 point of damage by running into them over and over again, but I think we'll skip doing that. Maybe she can help us break or burn down the vines. Now, we don't know where we are in the world currently. It looks very similar to the Orc lands. Oh, crystals. We wouldn't mind having those. Power shards. The dead aren't going to use them. And I don't think this is our dead. The skeletons are a little too small. Spike rifle. We had no ammo in the clip, which is why we ejected the magazine down below. that is a human. Races I'm aware of in the game are the orcs, the goblins, the dwarves, minotaurs, humans, and demons. The humans in this world are slaves. I think willing slaves of the demons, or were tricked into becoming them. Humans are used as cannon fodder and troops they could just throw into battle without concern or care, at least from our experience. They have several different classes. Spellcasters, like what we see here, that throw... Oh, I want that. Hold on. Can we get that? That's a time shard. We can get that. We definitely want a time shard. Oh, how? Maybe from there? A few more tries. We'll keep talking about humans. The girls there are guardians of some sort. They run forward with shields and short swords. They can reflect any projectile that you throw at them, or rather, almost any projectile that gets thrown at them. The jumping in this game, viewer, is a bit weird. I have to jump a little before I would like to. Nope, that didn't work. Oh my god, please, game. I want that. I don't want it, but alright. 2 more tries here and then we'll just give up. I might do it off screen. Oh, that was a good attempt, Tim, but no, not good enough. Alright, forget it. Moving on. Be here forever. That's... one more attempt? I want to hit the roof. I didn't even jump, despite the fact that it's spamming spacebar over and over again. Alright, this is annoying. I apologize. If it's annoying to you, viewer, it's super annoying to me. And humans also have these, like, basic dudes with a bunch of daggers in their back. Gags in their mouth that throw daggers at us. And that's most of what we'll be fighting for their forces. Them and their spellcasters. I really want that time shard, viewer. Demons also have several different types of themselves. Most of the time, what we're fighting for demons have been hellhounds. Near the end of the campaign, we fought pit lords. There's also these elven witches that fly around and can shoot these purple homing missiles at us, or these larger purple globules that burst on impact and send off this green mist that damages everything over time if you stand within it. Oh, okay. We just got a key. So the only door we've seen is over here. There is a map in the game. These are sprawling levels, so having a map could be very helpful. You can place marks and nodes on the map, but they won't show up here in this view. So you have to constantly be consulting the map as to where you need to go and what you need to do. There are secrets in the game. We will attempt to find them, but I won't go out of my way to look for them overly much. If I think there's a secret around, we'll spend some time looking for it. If we've recognized that there is a secret, like we can see that there's one present, we'll spend a little more time, but I won't spend more than like 2 or 3 minutes looking for the area before I give up and push on. You don't need any of the secrets in the game, though they are rather handy. That right there, that's a forge elemental. That thing. And that is an iron urchin. The urchins are homing mines. They will fly, well, not of homing. They seek out enemies and then they detonate when they're close enough to them. The forge elemental will spit out either, I think, one of 2 different types of range attacks. A AoE fireball or a single bolt. Both hurt tremendously if you're touched by them, or in the area of effect. Oh, that was me hitting quick save. I guess we're not going to quick save. I have to set that up. Destroyed elemental. These were our downfall when we assaulted the demons. Too reliant on our own technology. Or too much, I guess, to believe that it couldn't be corrupted. Or we didn't even know it could be corrupted. Empty potion bottle. And a box of toxic potions. Used for our grenade launcher. So what is this? Empty potion bottle. An iron-capped recipient that can safely store any liquid inside. Okay, so... Well, the only thing I can think of to do, and I know to do it because I've done this entire level a handful of times, is to bring this flask back to that fountain we saw and fill it. Well, we won't benefit from it because we're not a spellcaster. She can. Then we'll try to get that time shard 1 or 2 more times before I give up and proceed on with the quest. Let's see. Very beautiful here, wherever we're located. The underground trees, so some seem to be doing better than others. Alright, there we go. Can we read about this one now? This potent magic water is broadly used by mages to restore their energy. And more enemies. Do you see them? These things look feminine, and perhaps they were at one point. I think these might have been... I'm not sure what they... We first encountered these in the labs from that one witch. Lilith, I think was her name. And she almost, I think, made us into something like one of these. They're made of some sort of fluid, like a muck, a living mud of some sort. And there's going to be these corrosive hearts made of stone or something in them to give them power. They're fast. They're like the assassins from the first Half-Life game. Oh, nice! I got her midair. I thought there was a third. Definitely female in shape. That wasn't so bad for... She can hide behind the statue, and I can't do a thing about that. Oh, right in the head at the very end there. Okay, looks like we saved her. Thank you, Half-Blood. I owe you my life. I'd like to commend you for your fight back in the Sanctum, but alas, we have all failed. But the elf is close. I can sense her power. We still have a chance to recover the disc. Let us hurry. We can't let her get away like this. We'll have companions that can follow us from time to time, similar to the ones in Half-Life 2. We had them at the end of the Crystal Heart campaign, the very final half of the final chapter. So I might be a little bad at Wretched Thorns. Sadly, I'm not particularly proficient with fire magic. Ah, okay. Then she can't burn them down for us. I want to try for that time shard again, viewer. Well, that was awesome. Thank you. She made that look easy. Ah. This doesn't look like the handiwork of our sisters. The demons must have executed these poor bastards. So I suppose what's in the boxes are more of those, then. Two more tries, viewer. Okay, we can't jump from there. That's not gonna do it. I don't think that does it. I think we have to jump from here. No. How do I get... I can't shoot you down. Okay, forget it. It's that... We'll pretend we never saw it. Pretend we never saw it. That sucks. I hate knowing there's a thing there I really want and I just can't get it because I'm not good enough at jumping. The Iron Division banner. Well, this is an unusual sight. We must be in one of the cult towns. I'm not familiar with the invasion plans, but our sisters have certainly run this place through the blade. The plan was to stop by several other cult towns, run them completely through, kill all the inhabitants there, resupply of anything I think that they could find, and then push on towards the gates of hell, or wherever. I say that as if it's not a location, but like if there's one location, I guess their main city, and raise it to the ground. But we were unsuccessful at that. It's supposed to have been all the defenders of the city that we put to the sword and then torch afterwards. This ward is too powerful for me to dispel. We must find the source of the dark energy first. Looks like a Renaissance fair town to me. By law of the Blue Baron, this establishment has been condemned due to forbidden practices. The Blue Baron. There's another one of those here. Same thing. Some health potions. We do not need them currently. And a health vial. So, if this is a cult town, the forbidden practices might be elemental magic or nature magic. We're not going through the window unless I must. Oh, this might be the other side of the blocked gate, but we can't get through it at the moment with those bars in the way. The door appears to be stuck. Quite a library they have here. An impressive library, I must say. The cult scribes must have been hard at work. An ancient dictionary. A key item, I suspect. This tome translates words from an ancient human dialect into common demonic, which I suppose is what we speak. Jumping this game, viewer, is weird for me. So I apologize in advance that you have to watch me fail it so often. Alright, Tim, what's you talking about really quick? I like our companion, I like her outfit. Remember that we don't need armor whatsoever, so we can remain as lightweight as we desire, thanks to the necklaces providing all the power. It's like a power shield type of thing. I like having the excuse to have the girls dressed like this. I think they look pretty good. I guess it's comfortable for them. Or they wouldn't be wearing it. Farm plots. The disc removal has made the crystals unstable, depriving the floor of energy. If we don't recover it soon, we might end up surviving on lichens and fungi once more. Right. The orcs, they were nomadic, if I recall correctly. They traveled from place to place, and they eventually found the temple and decided they would guard it and use it to help them develop a small civilization there, or city. The door is locked from the inside. I don't know if this world has like a name for itself or so on. Might be good things for me to look up in between episodes. Ooh. Justice is pretty harsh here. I suppose it's like that everywhere, though, down in the underworld. These ruins must date from when humans still worshipped the elemental gods, before the schism. Look at the fresh graves. Someone must have been here after our sisters attacked. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like it either. We're likely to encounter enemy forces. And more barriers here outside of this. A shovel. Which reminds me that we had that treasure map, and this could very well be, and it is, what the map was referring to. Also, the orcs don't believe in personal space, so she's gonna rub herself up against us all the time. It's annoying. Wizard's Eye. I can see why a dissident would want to hide such a spell scroll. No, I'm not, because we're not quick saving. Wizard's Eye will reveal the totality of the map, including where all the secrets would be. Though it doesn't tell you how to access those secrets. It's a very nice scroll to have, and we're going to be holding on to it for a while, because I think the later secrets are probably more important than the earlier ones, I think. Now, Zan is rather, top-heavy. So she's not going to be able to really jump very high because of how, because of the extra weight, as it were. So this means that when it comes to jumping, we should expect to have to do horizontal jumps rather than vertical ones. Why can't I make that jump? That's so annoying. We can do it. Okay. F you, game. We're gonna have to do this after all. Where is my save options? There's an option for quick saving. And I apologize for this, viewer. I'm so sorry. I need to do this. Is it up here? Wow. This is annoying. Save point settings, option menu, quick save, details, I'd save messages. That's what I want. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I have to save the quick save has to have a name apparently to it. Alright, now it does. Oh, and now I can make the jump, of course. Now, I hit spacebar, my character doesn't jump half the time. That's going to make it... And many of the jumps do require some pinpoint jumping, so it's going to be a bit annoying. Now, our sister will teleport next to us on occasion if we get too far away or she can't find a way to path up to us. Hey, another secret. A stone skin potion. That reduces the damage that we take from physical attacks? So we can read about it. Drinking this potion will turn your skin into stone scales, greatly increasing your physical, blast, and nature damage resistance. Oh, okay. It's basically everything. Oh, we're back here again. Got some more spikes for the spike rifle. You know, so when we see the current humans, I wouldn't imagine them being able to live in a place quite like this, given the conditions of some of them. Iron Division crates. But I doubt our companion sisters would leave anything useful behind. Like, the guys who throw daggers, like, they're not waking up in the morning and going food shopping. They're not doing that. They're in no condition to do that. They're, like, stuck in boxes someplace and then deployed as troops somewhere. The cult has decayed to madness and debauchery. This place is such a disgrace. Oh, okay, maybe they weren't always this way. I assumed that they were always this way. Obviously, by what I was saying earlier. Oh, wow, we have piles of little crap on the ground. But we also have apples and leeks. And I don't care that they possibly share the same space as the aforementioned piles of crap. We're putting them in our mouth. Xana is half demon, so she probably has bacteria in her to digest just about anything, I'm guessing. Well, not a great deal of options for us. Places we can go at the moment. I've buried the key behind the farm plot shed. This will buy us some time. We are leaving as planned. See. Oh, that's a hint as where we're supposed to go. We got the shovel, so let's go back to the farm and do a bit of digging. I do like the little touch that when you interact with things, various other things are occurring. Like we actually dug out the pile of dirt rather than just put a hole in the ground. I like that. So we picked up a key. Oh, we have two keys now. The vine key and a copper key. And there was a door right near where the sign was. What a lively fireplace. Ready up, warrior. This place is not deserted at all. No bad guys yet. Some pretty awful looking beds. Ugh. Especially this poor guy, just a little bit of grass for his bed. Maybe he likes the beds that are tougher, the more firm beds. Or a more firm bed to sleep upon. We just got an autosave. Keep the upper courtyard gates closed. Anyone who disturbs us gets 100 lashes. Oh, that's lowering the gate. There she is, after her! Alright, we did really well there. Holy crap! I don't think we were hit at all. I remember to use our stone skin potion. Oh, we have the Hell Claw. Alright, so let's talk about some of our weapons now. So, spike rifle. Primary fire, fires bolts. Secondary fire will fire a burst of 3 bolts, and at the iron sights. Energy Lance. Primary fire is a... Well, this is a shock rifle from Unreal. We use the alt fire there, which sends out a slow-moving plasma ball, I think, or energy ball, whatever it is. And when it impacts something, it splits into like 20 or 50 little ones that bounce all around, tearing everything up. It costs 20 energy to do that, though, so I'm not going to show it. Hellclaw. Fire is these little orbs. Oh, wow, thank you. I didn't even see him there. Alt fire. Lobs a proximity mine. It sounds really loud. Is it really loud? Am I gonna have to re-record this again? I could go and check on it, but then I have to go and do some video editing afterwards. Oh. Potion of Might. Potion of Might gives you more damage with melee weapons, of which we only have an axe. They reduce the damage that you do with ranged weaponry, but they also regenerate you over time. I'm gonna have to check on the... audio. I'm gonna have to, Tim. I feel like recording this another time. I think we're okay. I hope we're okay. Alright. Let's think. Okay, so... for these guys... we've only fought them once. They were in the tutorial in the Crystal Heart campaign, and that was it. We never fought them again. We should give them a name of some sort, but I don't know what on earth I would call them. I never played through any Doom, with the exception of Doom 2016. But they remind me of... they're not, but they remind me of the Pinkies from that game. So I guess we'll call them that. A wrinkly parchment rests on the floor, a thick pestle of dust covering it. My faithful servant, you were indeed right. The Iron Division orcs and their allies have launched a full-scale assault on our hellish domain. Once this Bull of the Front is dealt with, I shall send my demon troops to reclaim your shattered outposts and deliver the punishment for your failure to stop them. Make sure nobody leaves your petty little town, or the consequences will be worse than death. The Blue Baron. And Dark key. And an autosave. Max ammo for energy lance is 150. So we are currently filled up, so we want to start using this. I think the amulets store different amounts of shield depending upon the type of amulet it is. I think we have a medium amulet equipped at the moment. Amulets absorb different amounts of damage as well, with the heavier ones storing more energy but using more energy to block the same amount of damage. That is a hellhound. Melee can go through doors like this? Oh, she sees something else there. And they can shoot through the doors too and attack through them. We took a little bit of damage there from the Hellhound. We're not allowed to carry more than one axe unless we find a bag of holding. Bag of holding will also increase the ammo capacity for all the other types of ammo we're allowed to carry. There tends to be one. Or I think there was one. No, I was going to say in every level, but no, I don't think it's actually true. Ignore me. That was kind of cool. She pulled him towards her. Her sister. Oh, that's a pit lord. Oh, well, they all died already. That was a waste of energy. Oh, Tim. Not done yet, sister. All right, now let's see what chaos we caused. Now, I think she can die. I think. But she's like Alex Vance, so she has quite a bit of life and can face tank quite a bit. But she can be put down if you leave her just exposed, and she decides that she wants to stand in front of a pit lord and take like 20 stomps from him. That's our proximity mine. We can detonate it, which I'm going to do. Ran right into that, Tim. That was smart. Ew. Okay. I guess we secure up here first. And then we do want to look around more downstairs and make sure we secure the streets. Actually, we should stay up here because this is the upper ground. That was the sister trying to teleport to us. That's suspicious. That's very suspicious. But maybe that's just a mistake. Like that's a bad sprite or something, or a texture. Want all the hands we can get. Oh, she wants to kill the enemies. That's why she's flipping out. All right, so we should do that for her. Our proximity mines, as you just saw, do not activate on friendlies, only hostiles. Oh, that's interesting. I guess that makes sense. Since we are a demon ourselves, it wouldn't activate on us. Did that fix you? It did. Well done, sister. Get back some of the spikes we've used. We're running low on some of our ammunition. At least for the spike rifle we are. So we shouldn't use that weapon for a little bit. Oh, a secret. Secret sledgehammer. We'll probably want that. Oh, the gates are shut again. Our sister is thankfully still with us. Alright, so we want that sledgehammer. There's no reason not to take it. If we can make it up there, and we can. So let's go back up this way. Found a secret. I won't end up like that lunatic they walled off inside the cathedral. I still can't believe what they forced my brother to do. No, this is too far. This isn't what the cult was supposed to be. Okay, let's explore the other little side of the town. Over here again, and make sure that we don't have anything left over. Oh, that's that's my sister there. I thought we bounced the shield maiden over towards her. We did not. Okay, very good. I gotta take more spikes. We need them. It looks to me as if the humans had at one point just existed as as we normally would, or similar to the orcs and their allies. Just it was them and the demons. Or maybe it was just them at the start and something corrupted them and fooled them. Into joining with the demons, full stop. So the Pinkies drop the Hell Claws, the Hellhounds will drop Firefrag ammo, or Firefrag cans. We don't have a Firefrag cannon yet, which is a shotgun and a flamethrower combo. Okay, so we're gonna make an executive decision here, because when I've done this level once or twice, my sister got stuck and I lost her for the rest of the level. So she's going to stay here. And we'll come back for her.
I'll cover you from here.
I do often wonder where other heroes place all the different weaponry that they're carrying. Nukem found a place for all his rocket launchers and all the ammo for everything, and plus 9 different weapons, or 10, if you had the expansion or not. I really liked the microwave gun for Duke Nukem, the thing that would make people expand and detonate. That was a fun weapon. Some really good ideas in Duke Nukem. Now, I'm suspicious of these symbols wherever I see them. Because it tends to be where enemies will teleport in from, as we just saw. So you'll often see me use this proximity hand near them, just in case we do get enemies warping in. Good work, sister. Oh, it's like blood or something we shoot out these orbs. Oh, that's interesting. Although the proximity mine itself will not hurt us, or rather detonate when we walk over it, we can still be harmed by its detonation if something else runs up to it and then sets it off. So you will see me very often just shoot them afterwards. This was the Forbidden Practices building. A bottle of fire oil. Well, we know where that should be used. Looks a lot like the empty vial we saw by the thorns earlier. This is used in the same spot. think that got it. Not all of its children. If you don't have to be hit by an iron urchin, you will go out of your way to not allow that to happen. Worms. Oh, we stepped on the... that's a shame. We stepped on and killed the little mouse thing there. They often can lead you to secrets or what have you. I don't like killing them if I can avoid it. That's a shame. Now we are playing, as you might have seen by the way, on the hedonistic difficulty. And it is pronounced Hedon, by the way, from everything I have seen now. So I used to call this Hedon, because I thought it was hedonistic, but no, it's Hedon. So, we're playing basically on normal. Nothing here has any extra life, nothing here does extra damage to us. There's the same number of enemies as there always is supposed to be. Brutalizing is what I would prefer to play on, but enemies do an extra 50% damage, and I do not like when the difficulties do that. I don't like when an increased difficulty just increases your damage, and I especially don't like when it also increases their life. While that does make the game tougher, I don't like playing the games that do that. Rather, not at increased difficulty settings. Go up here again, Mr. Worm. Whoa, that was so lucky! Right over our head. That's a hellhound? Oh, our sister must have killed worms that were around here, based on the amount of them we see that are destroyed here now. Good job, Miss Curator.
Lead us true.
Well, let's burn the thorns down. There's another. Oh, wait, where did we get this? We have some sort of choker. What is this? Choker of the Beast. Wearing this collar will shroud you in a fearsome vampiric aura, forcing most enemies to flee and giving your attacks the ability to drain life. Last 30 seconds. Time shard. Man, I want the other one of those. You know what? We're right near it, viewer. I want to see really quick. Can we get it? Can we get it now? I can't jump. Can I jump on a corpse? I'm assuming I can't. I can! Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. That was easy. I thought I'd fall right through them. I hear very magical sounds coming from something. Oh, Ace Potion. Nice. Increases both your movement speed and I believe the rate at which you fire weaponry. Okay, nothing in here but supplies. Well, that's very ominous. And a trap. And we read about someone who was in a walled section of the cathedral. This must be where we're located. And this is the hint as to where we're supposed to use the sledgehammer. And that gives us the Crush Bow, which is the rocket launcher of this game. Primary fire is effectively a rocket. Secondary fire is a rocket that doesn't have an AoE, but goes through several enemies. It also can't be shot down. That book oozes unholy energy. I wouldn't touch it unless I were a half-demon.
I shall hold them off.
This is obviously a trap. So we're going to go ahead and trap the place ourselves, or counter-trap it. Alright, that will have to do. Rather, it's going to do. Tim, taking big hits. Careful. Okay, we lived. Good work. I think I actually landed the slow-moving old projectile. You'll hear that sound a lot, by the way. That's Zan kicking the head of something that had been, well, beheaded. We got a lot of extra hands lying around. That's fantastic. Oh, we should take her with us, though.
'Tis wiser, so...
I like her accent. Also, Tim, you don't need that weapon. Item equipped. That's pretty ominous. As well. Lots of ominousy happening. Is that a word? In this area. Pools of blood below the cultists going to a large pentagram on the ground. If you guys don't mind, I'll help myself to some of the spikes. Alright, let's go back and get some hands and then we'll push on. Yes, there's all sorts of puns going through my head about hands. We're gonna not say anything. Okay. I think I saw the hands, extra hands anyway. Let's resave and keep going. Oh, hello. I have no clue if that's a wise thing to do or not. Looks like it was. That's a shame. Okay, cleared out. We got badly hurt, though. Lost half our life and... Oh, my goodness, Tim. And our energy is... our armor is now below 100. Alright. So we could use some life. Let's run around and look for some. Alright, back up to full life. Should have used the rocket launcher. Oh, no, we shouldn't have. That would have got me killed, probably. The girls with the shields. These. They can reflect your crush bow attacks. Which is pretty nasty if you weren't expecting it. If you see any strange objects appear out of nowhere, collect them and have them sent to the new factory right away. Tell your men to stay put and prepare for the worst. I won't stay here much longer. Mithril. And the rocket. And the grenade launcher. Grenade launcher has, to my knowledge, does it have an alt fire? It does. Alt fire bounces the grenades. Primary fire is on impact. This is one of the few weapons that also has various types of ammunition. Picking the same weapon a second time will swap ammo types. Primary is, as you saw, a globe of acid. Sorry, the primary. The green ammo. Purple ammo is that. A cloud that does damage over time. It briefly stuns enemies, but very briefly. The ledger appears to keep track of various taxes and vassal contributions. Yeah, I'm imagining this is what the IRS offices look like. I still gotta pay my taxes. Or do my taxes, and I'm going to be owing this year. I can't complain. I can. No one cares. That's suspicious. It's a secret. A scroll of nourish. That, I believe, will give us hit points if we're low. The spell will fill the caster's body with nurturing energies, slowly regenerating their wounds. Lasts 30 seconds. Oh, nice. This would mean a cultist was doing this, though. Interesting. He must have had to hide himself here. This is it. They found out about my affinity for magic during the bloodletting. I must now pursue the path of an initiate. I must offer them the gift of my sight. But I knew this would happen one day. Oh! So the spellcasters... Oh, it looks like he wanted to hang himself, actually. Spellcasters must give up their eyes. And that was a heavy armor amulet. Alright, not bad. Very gaudy throne in the throne room. Oh, there she is, everyone. Onwards. I can sense the disc just ahead of us. Killed almost everything, found the vast majority of the items that were to find, and got all the secrets. Good job, Tim. Entering mansion. Zan burst through the entrance to the castle, her steps darting over the crimson carpet in a mere moment, heart pounding as she could feel Nithriel's presence at hand. Up front, a narrow stone corridor invited her to step through, with an already familiar silhouette awaiting her at the end. Abhoth. The warrior grinned, knowing that Nithriel must have been losing her power if she couldn't suppress the shadowy guide any longer. But before she could finish savoring the moment, Zan's heartbeat would suddenly come to a halt. The shadow vanished, and as thick bars descended from the ceiling, so did the floor underneath her feet. A scream left her lungs as she fell beneath. Waking up in a pile of dark muck, the half-orc could hardly get her bearings, for a crawler greets her with a hiss.
No.
Half-blood! Half-blood, wake up! Aid me! Slay these beasts! They won't stop coming! We have to find a way out! I can hold them off! Go now! Find the elf! I have no clue if we'll ever see her again, viewer. But that will do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. And maybe I'll see you in the next episode where we'll begin exploring the mansion. See you then, everyone. Take care.